Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to all from Bay Path Regional Vocational Technical High School. Little Van Halen jump! Let's get our motor running this morning. I'm Dean Packard, the proud principal at Bay Path, and alongside me I have Dr. Rick Carrero. He is our athletic director. I love that doctor in front of that because you have a doctor of athletics, no doubt about that. Rick, thank you so much for joining me this morning. You know, this is a long time coming. We should have had an opportunity to get out a preview a little earlier, but we have a lot of things moving around here and a lot of things happening at Bay Path. But I would be remiss not bringing you to the forefront to talk a little bit about our sports programs, what's going on, and what excites us about that after-school activity for all of our student athletes. So welcome. Great to see you. How are you today?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me. And you're right. We probably should have got to this a little earlier, but you know, the fall season is a big one. Lots of different sports. Probably the busiest with the school year coming into play, getting back and, you know, getting the fields ready, getting the schedules together and making sure that everything's good. So thanks for having me. And, you know, let me know what you want to hear.
I love it, man. And I tell you what, that's what a true athletic director does. Passes it back off to the principal to lead the discussion, but it's all good. Listen, you're coming into your second year as a full-time AD at Bay Path. What a tremendous asset that is for our student athletes in our school. I mean, we're seeing some widespread growth across all of our athletic programs. We're doing some really, really good things. Talk a little bit, if you would, for me about our fall sports teams. You know, we pride ourselves on what happens after the bell. Athletics is a major, major part of the growth of all students in some capacity. You know, we have other things going on as well. We have after-school clubs and things of that nature, but athletics do drive a school. There's no doubt about that. And we want to talk about that. So how many sports teams do we have? Where are we at? Let's talk a little bit about what our programs are all about.
Okay, well, we offer boys and girls JV varsity soccer. We have football 3 levels. So we have a full freshman team, which is all freshmen. We have a JV and a varsity team. We have 2 field hockey teams, a JV varsity. We offer JV and varsity golf. This year, actually, for the first time, our JV golf team is actually hitting the real courses. Normally, they would play a pitch and putt type course, which is only par 3s. But we moved on to a little bit bigger and better things with them, thanks to their coaching staff that really wanted to push the program forward. We have our cheer squad, we have our competition team, and then we have our game cheer team. We also have 3 levels of volleyball. Volleyball has become a very, very big sports program here and everywhere else. We had almost 100 kids come out for those teams. Our cross country boys and girls. And then, of course, we have our girls soccer team, JV varsity. The girls soccer team has actually started off 8-0, which is
We'll talk about that in a minute. Don't spoil that thunder, man. No, but that's good. So there's a lot of opportunities for individuals. And I love the fact that we, right behind me, striving for excellence. We're raising the bar. Our opportunity for kids to compete at the highest level that they can to produce the best results they possibly can for their own personal growth. And I love that. And let's talk a little bit about, you know, each season presents a new opportunity. And I love that about coaching. We've got some programs that are really having some real early season success. And not to diminish anywhere else, because everything we do is about building experiences for kids. So, but let's highlight a few things that are happening that are like milestones for the athletic program.
Well, like I said before, our girls soccer program started out 8-0. That's the first time in school history where we started out 8-0. Obviously, they have a lot of work to do. It's a long season, but that's a great thing to start off and kick off the fall with. Our football team played Auburn, Sendingtown Auburn, for the first time ever in our school history. That was a big victory week 1. Football team still undefeated, looking at Clinton coming here for our first home game of the year. You know, there's been success, you know, all around. Our coaches work really, really hard. One of the things I do want to send a shout out to is our kids. I think our athletes here at Bay Path are unique. And that's why I love what I do. I've been at other schools, traditional schools, but, you know, these kids work extra hard. And not just saying that because they're our kids, but a lot of these kids are working 40 hours, 30 something hours a week on co-op. They're out, you know, working during their shop weeks, and then they're coming here and giving us an extra 2 hours, 3 hours of athletics, plus their schoolwork, their homework, just real hardworking kids that have to be committed in order to do this. It's not easy. I don't know when I was in high school if I would have been able to, go out on the job site for 8 hours and then come and practice football or soccer or baseball, whatever it is, or go on a long road trip out to Monte Tech for that hour ride, not getting home till 7 o'clock. So shout out to our athletes, because honestly, these kids are tremendous. They work hard, and that's why we're here.
I absolutely love that you recognize that. And you know what? It is extra special to see how a student athlete can manage everything that goes on in their world. There's a level of expectation from academics. There's a level of expectation from vocational excellence. There's a level of commitment and excellence on the field and on the courts. All these things play into further development of people, student athletes, to make them ready for the next level, whether it's college, whether it's workforce, whether it's wherever they go and whatever they do. Lessons are being learned every second about teamwork, perseverance, resiliency, all those types of things, thanks to athletics. So again, great job catching all of that. It's funny, the other day I had an opportunity to get outside to watch the cross country team. Hadn't had a chance to see them run yet. It was so cool to see them sweep over David Prouty, the level of fun that they have doing this stuff, whether it's cross country, whether it's golf, whether it's volleyball, it doesn't matter. We have to accentuate the experience of getting outside the classroom and building one's own capacity. And that's what sports does. And Rick, to you, your credit, we hire people that we know bring that out in kids. And that's what's going to make those programs develop even further. Hey, and it's also well known with the waiting list of individuals we have just to get into our school, and whether for the vocational education, the sports, the academics, whatever it is, we want to make our school that has that buzz about striving for excellence. So really good stuff right there. Rick, can you talk a little bit about what I think is a huge elevation lift for us, and that's having our trainer on staff, a full-time athletic trainer to support our student athletes. Greg White has come to us from Clark University. What a huge addition for our programs here across the board. So you want to talk a little bit about Mr. White and how he's developed those relationships and that ability to bring our programs to another level.
Yeah, first off, Greg White, tremendous professional, awesome to have on staff. We have 307 fall athletes. So we're talking about a school of over 1,100. So what we're talking about, a fourth of the school are athletes. Having Greg here to help me with that and, keep our athletes safe and make sure that they're being monitored and that things like, their health is being taken care of it's tremendous. It takes a lot off my plate. Obviously, I don't have the medical expertise that he has. So when we're here and practices are going on or games and, something happens to one of our athletes, in the past, I would have to be the one that would deal with that. And obviously, I'm good at what I do, but that's not my specialty. So having him here, a professional to be able to tend to those kids, give them rehab plans, make sure that he thoroughly goes through the whole progression before we get them back onto the field. That has just been huge for our sports programs, and the relationship that he's already built with these kids and them feeling comfortable and being honest with them, and knowing that he's here to keep them on the field and not take them off the field. He's been able to really gain their trust, and the relationship has just been great. So having him here, extra set of hands, great professional, taking care of our kids, and he loves what he does. And he does it very well. I mean, that's, shout out to Greg, because he's taken half of my work off my plate in areas that I'm not an expert in.
You know what? It's just an added benefit. It's a huge plus for student athletes. You're talking about preventative training. You're talking about rehabilitative training stuff to come back in. Just having that medical mindset right there, it definitely adds a boost to everything that we do. So I appreciate your vision and your wanting to have this part of our program. But more importantly, he is a great guy. If you haven't said hello to him yet on the sidelines, please reach out and do that. He's a humble man with a solid purpose, and I love that. Hey, we have some real good news on a press release that we're going to let go today. Rick, maybe you you want to talk about this. We have this relationship with Huddle. Huddle's a great sports platform, I should say, that allows us to do a multitude of things. So, Mr. Carrero, why don't you talk a little bit about what's coming up today? First time ever, we're going to try to attempt something, and you're going to get a link to be able to join in. But go ahead. I don't want to steal your thunder.
Well, first of all, Huddle, for those who don't know, Huddle is service that we use where we video record our games. We share games with other schools. We break down films. We can, film our practices. We have a camera in the gym. We have a camera outside. We can film games. Kids can log in to the service, watch their own games. Coaches can give kids plays on Huddle, give them homework, have them review different plays, and that kind of stuff. It's a tremendous service, but we've branched out now, and we added a new function in which now we can live stream our games, and this is very exciting. The ability to showcase what we do here athletically and to showcase our kids and give our kids the opportunity to be seen live as the game is going on, and also for parents and family, and friends across the country, gives them the opportunity to now see our kids play live, especially those who can't be here, and not to mention colleges. And now it gives the opportunity for our athletes to be streamed live and give them the opportunity for colleges to watch them play. Sometimes live is a little bit, better than, when you're cutting and pasting a highlight film together, them being able to see how they play the game, their demeanor, all the other things that count, that our athletes have, how they carry themselves, all of that can now be live streamed. And I think it's awesome.
I think about the possibilities for recruitment for that grandmother who lives in Florida that never gets a chance to see this event happen, family members that are across the country. Again, we want to market the great things that our school has to offer, and more importantly, showcase our students at the highest level. And Huddle's going to give us that opportunity, man. And thank you for spearheading that. And thank you for saying that today, this afternoon, I believe we're going to try a 4:30 live stream of our undefeated girls soccer team. So might be cool to chime in. I will send out a link, just letting everybody know when that's going to happen. But please feel free to join in and kind of watch and enjoy the success of our student athletes. So really, really good stuff happening, Mr. Carrero. And again, let's talk a little bit Friday night, first home game. Football is football. We love it. It draws a big crowd, not to take away from any other sport, because I think that we're making progress across the board. But at the end of the day, we know that the crowd will be here on Friday night. And for an athletic director, that's going to be somewhat exciting.
Oh, yeah. I mean, first home game of the year. I have a little butterflies in my stomach, and I'm not even, the one coaching or playing. It's such an exciting night. The crowd's going to be here. They have certain expectations of atmosphere and everything else that goes along with it. You're kind of putting on a display and showcasing your school for, thousands of people. So I'm really excited. I can't wait. We have Clinton. This is going to be our 4th year playing Clinton. Hopefully we can get them this year. We've had some close games, but fell a little short. But it's a big game. Nothing like Friday Night Lights. You got the historic, school like Clinton coming up to the hill here at Bay Path. I mean, if you're a Bay Path fan, alumni, what else could you ask for if you're a player? This is Friday Night Lights, and I'm excited.
Well, that's going to be a lot of fun. We hope to see you here. I'll be on with Coach Giampa later today for his football preview, week number 3. He's always a humble guy, and he loves to downplay. But I know for a fact his kids will be ready for the challenge, and they'll showcase in the highest level that they can, which is great stuff. Hey, well, that's all we have for today, Mr. Carrero. I want to say thank you very much. And as the song says, might as well jump. We're going to jump, elevate to new heights, and offer opportunities for all of our kids. Hey, hope to see you soon at a game. Have a great day.